What's going on, everybody? Bitcoin Chris checking in once again. Happy Thursday. And what I'm going to do right now, before I get into the Bitcoin price, I want you to please like, share, subscribe. And I actually got into my Swan account. Shout out to Swan. They reactivated my link. And so what I'm going to do is show you guys the influence, right? Because this is what hard work does. And, you know, when you put your all into something and when you do something consistently, these are the results. So happy Thursday, man. It's Bitcoin Chris, and I'm checking in, and I'm happy to be alive, and I'm thankful to be alive. And you know, Bitcoin is looking pretty good. But let's go ahead and jump into my Swan account. All right, cool. So here's my account, guys. My name, you know, that's me. Yeah, that's me. In my back portal for the Swan account, right? So 304 referrals, guys, and look at that. $516,381. The amount of dollars deposited by my referrals. So shout out to all 304 of you guys that have been stacking away, right? Because look at that. That's $500,000 in Bitcoin. That's because of the education. That's because of the time spent on Clubhouse for about 2 years straight, almost every day, making sure that we spread the good news and the benefits and the reasons why Bitcoin is so important. So first thing I want to go over is a lot of people confuse investing with trading. So if you're an investor, then this needs to be a long-term option, a long-term play for you. You want to look at a 5-year, 10-year play, 20-year play, maybe even hold it for the kids, you know. So this is something that you want to look at long-term. If you're a trader, then that's a short-term play, you know. So that's the difference. If you're trying to make money real quick, you need to learn trading, because you're trying to worry about the price when when it's very volatile. When it's a very volatile asset, it's really gonna mess up your psyche, right? So if you're not mentally prepared for that, because you're on a time preference you're looking for a fast, quick turnaround, that's not how Bitcoin is going to work. Unless you get in, you know, it's all about timing the market, right? You can't really time the market, but you can kind of time the market, and time in the market is better than timing the market. So that's why I always push Swan, because it allows you to DCA no matter the price. And as long as you DCA, you'll be able to accumulate over time. So let me go ahead and go to 2 sites here. We're going to go check out 2 sites. The first site is BTC or DCA. BTC, if I'm not mistaken.com. Yes, okay, cool. So I love this site because it shows you exactly how much money you would have if you started to DCA. So let's just start with $100 a week, and you started, let's just say you started back in 6 years ago. Let's do 6 years, then let's do 5 years, then we'll do 6 years. We'll do 5 years, we'll do 7 years. We'll do 5, 6, and 7 years, okay? We'll do 5, 6, and 7 years. Okay, cool. So we'll start with the 5-year. If you started to accumulate $100 worth of Bitcoin 5 years ago, starting 5 years ago, this is how much you would have. Okay, you'd have 100% ROI based on today's price. All right, so remember that we hit 69, came 60 down, 69 down. So obviously that was more, but you know, you're up 100% even after all the drama, right? So let's go to 6 years, starting 6 years ago. And that's just $100. So if you do 6 years, you're up 176% starting 6 years. You would have turned $31,000 into $86,000, which is still great. Better than a savings account, because if you would have had your money sitting in a savings account, you actually would have lost buying power due to inflation. So let's go to 7 years, starting 7 years ago. Okay. Wow, 7 years ago. That's the magic number right there, because $100 a week for 7 years, starting 7 years ago, would have turned $36,000 into $264,000. So a lot of us, like I mentioned in the previous video, have jobs, right? And then your job, you're putting money into a 401k, 401k, 401k. I mean, you have some money in there, but did your 401k make 600% in the last 7 years? I don't think so, which is absolutely mind-boggling, because that's amazing. So what I'm gonna do is actually I'm gonna do one more. We're gonna do 8 years, starting 8 years ago, and we'll see what that changes into. Wow, $100 of Bitcoin every week for 8 years, starting 8 years ago, $41,000 would have turned into $670,000, up 1,500%. That is the power of Bitcoin if you would have started 8 years ago. Now, in 8 years from now, you know, who knows what that number is going to be, but, you know, we have an idea that it's going to be much higher because it's programmed and is a finite asset, right? So that's a very, very interesting observation. So shout out to DCA BTC. I'm actually going to tweet that because this is very, very dope. So let me go ahead and tweet that. And then let me add my Swan link. What's a 401k? What's a 401, 402k? Okay. All right, cool. We got that tweet out. All right, the second site I want to go ahead and go over is Bitcoin or shit, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, here it is. All right, cool. So another website, because these are the things that we were talking about on Clubhouse, right? And so this is a great website for you to see if you would have bought Bitcoin instead of stupid stuff, right? Or stupid shit, then you would see how much you would have, right? Instead of buying a Paul Pierce Nets jersey, sorry, you'd have $72,000. That's 2.57 Bitcoin. Original price $70. That's back in 2011. Wow. If you would have bought Bitcoin instead of, you know, this gun when it first came out, January 2016, you'd have 6,000. Wolf on Wall Street. You would have bought this instead of the DVD. I don't know if that's a DVD or the book. I'm pretty sure it's a DVD. If you would have bought, you know, Bitcoin instead of AirPods, you'll have $5,000 right now. This was on December 13, 2016. If you would have bought Bitcoin instead of Oculus, you would have $700,000, 26 Bitcoin, $200 back in 2012. So I think we get the point, right? And this is only going to increase over time. Imagine how much money this is going to be when Bitcoin goes to 100,000, going to be back to all-time highs, right? 69,000, you know, it's crazy. So this gives you that insight in that discernment, right? Because this is what you need to do. You need to discern and be educated about what you're spending your money on, guys. And this is a great opportunity for you to see what you can buy, or what you would have bought, what you could have bought, right? Instead of what you bought, because a lot of people bought these things, right? So they made it very, very popular. And shout out to whoever made this website. This is pretty dope. And now we're going to jump into the Bitcoin price. All right, so we're checking out the Bitcoin price right now, and we are looking at the don't know why my... Okay, I'll just do it on the computer because this is acting crazy. Turn the screen around. All right, cool. So right now we are looking at Bitcoin. We have came down. We're going up. Looks like we're coming down because with this red dot, this is actually on the 30-minute chart. Let's go to the hourly chart. Hourly chart looks good. If you would have got in at, what's that, this morning, 7 a.m., you would have made some, you could have longed at that point, would have made some money. Looks like we are coming up on the money flow. Not only are we coming up on the money flow, let me zoom in on the money flow. Actually, money flow looks like it's coming down again. See here, it's coming down. But VWAP is coming up and the momentum wave is coming up. So that's the yellow is the VWAP. Actually, VWAP. What is VWAP doing? Look, VWAP looks like it's coming down as well, but the momentum wave is going up. This is very choppy, very choppy price action right now, but I do think we are going to pump. So I would just accumulate, you know, just stack away, you know, and we got the green dots here. So green dot, that's an indication to long if you're going to long, or to sell if you did long, right? If you are going to sell, if you are trading, this would probably be a good time to sell, or wait till we come up to here and then come back down. But it looks pretty good. This is a bearish divergence. Boom, boom. Then we came down. As you can see, this came down. We also got the red dot here. So like I said in previous videos, when this red dot appears, look, we usually sell, and you know what happened? We sold off. So now that we have the green dot on the bottom, excuse me, and another, we got two green dots on the bottom. So that's looking pretty good, like I mentioned. Let's look at the volume. Volume is decent, not looking, you know what? It's been very quiet and very, it's been too quiet, like I've been mentioning. So I think we're going to have a big move soon. So I think tomorrow's going to be a big day. I think tomorrow's going to be a big day. You know, a lot of people are just now talking about the CBDCs and the Fed now, even though I've tweeted about it, and, you know, we've been talking about it for months, right? Bitcoiners already knew what time it was. But, you know, the regular people that don't really pay attention to these things are just now finding out about the Fed now and Fed line. And I actually made a YouTube, not a YouTube video, but actually a Instagram post that I posted on YouTube. But like I said, right now, it looks like we're going to come up. What I'll do is I'll put an alert here if we come past this level, because this is resistance right now. If we get past this level here, which is 28,173, I'll tweet that alert. Then we could come all the way back up to around this range here. So I'll be looking forward to getting back up here, 28.4. So if we get these alerts, I'll share them like I always do. We could come all the way back down as well. And I think we could tap, not only come back down to 27.8, we could possibly come down a little bit further like we did again. And that's 27.6. So I'll put two alerts there, 27.6 and 27.8 once again. And once these alerts go off, I'll make sure to tweet them on Twitter. So make sure you're following me on Twitter and Instagram at ChrisKnight407. So right now, looking pretty good. I think we are due for a nice breakout. I think bears are a little bit excited. Let's jump into the 4 hour. 4 hour looks really good. Look at this, guys. We got the green dot. That's momentum. We got the green wave, money flow coming up. So that's green. So that's great indication long term. This is looking pretty good. And this popped up at 12 o'clock today. So I think we're going to be in for a nice pump. We'll see how this plays out. And then let's jump to the daily. Daily money flow is curving up, as I mentioned previously. However, we are getting some sales, and also we got a red dot. So this is not looking too good on the daily. So it wouldn't surprise me to maybe come back down to the levels that I mentioned, you know, and then maybe, you know, bounce, boom, bounce, bounce, and then finally pop out. So we'll see in a few days. You know, Friday could be the day, you know, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, you know, maybe next week we could see the breakout. So we'll see how this goes, but this is coming down, so it's not looking too good right now, based on the indications, right? So we have a red dot here, green, red dot here. Money flow is still red, but it's curving up. However, momentum is shifting down, so we'll see how this plays out. And that is the daily, and on the daily as well, we have that red. We got some sells here on the daily for the volume, so we'll see how this plays out. I think we're good, but you know, who knows what's going to happen? We just have to watch what's going to happen and move accordingly. And with that being said, that is the Bitcoin price update. Let me turn this around. Cool. So that's the Bitcoin price update. And what I'll do is I'll leave the indicator link if you're interested in trading and using Market Cipher. That link will be below. And I want you guys to have a great day today. Tomorrow's Friday. I feel like this week flew by like this. I'm super sore from yesterday. After boxing, I went on a nice run and a walk, and I prayed and meditated, and then I came back home, and I woke up this morning super sore. And then I'm actually going to be going to boxing again here in a little bit. So, you know, the grind don't stop. And I'm excited to launch my new brand tomorrow. And, you know, I'm running ads on TikTok, which is really dope because I'm really good at ads on Facebook. So I'm excited to try these ads on TikTok because I know TikTok has a lot of users. So I'm very excited about that. And, you know, just another day. And I'm going to have a great weekend and probably hit the resort, do something fun this weekend. And I have my son this weekend. So, well, let me show you my son when he was little. He's big now, but that is my little mini me. I love him to death. That is my son. He looks exactly like me right now, and he's huge right now. He's going to be 13 this year, so he is absolutely humongous. He's actually my height, just about my height. So my little Bitcoiner right there. So much love to you guys. Bitcoin Chris checking out. Go to swanbitcoin.com/Bitcoin Chris. Let me make sure that link is working because they sent me an email telling me it was working. So I think we are working, right? So let me just verify. That's right, Bitcoin Chris. We're back up and running. If you guys want $10 free Bitcoin, again, you can do this every day. $10. You can do it every week, every 2 weeks, every month, whatever you're able to do. Just make sure you go ahead and do that. I also have a music channel. I do make music. I haven't made music in a while. However, you guys can subscribe to the music channel and the if you guys like hip hop, you know. So I got some pretty dope tunes on there. I'll be releasing some new music in the future, but right now focusing on the business. We do have this new song that I did put out with Stripes on SoundCloud, so you guys can check that out. But also I have the Smash By song. So a lot of people like the Smash By song. Go check out that Smash By song, guys. It's on my Twitter. And everybody likes the song, so shout out to everybody. Let's see, my music page. Don't really tweet it, and haven't posted in a while, but I still got a bunch of views and a few subscribers, so shout out to you guys. You know, Bitcoin is FU money. Absolutely. Said we were looking pretty good on the hourly. That was 3 hours ago, based on what I was seeing here. But, you know, that was changing. And with that being said, this is Bitcoin Chris checking out. We'll see you guys on the next video. Peace. Much love.